Society glorifies results but ignores the process. Everyone wants success, but few are willing to endure the unseen path that leads to it. What no one sees are the sleepless nights, the endless repetitions, the sacrifices made without applause. And it's precisely in that silence that winners are forged. Discipline isn't built under the spotlight. It's born in solitude, when no one is watching, when there's no one to praise you, when it's just you against your own limits. The world only sees the finish line, but what truly matters is the journey. So ask yourself, are you willing to work without immediate recognition? Because real progress doesn't happen on the stage. It happens now, in the quiet, when no one is watching. Will you keep going? Or do you need the world to see you before your effort feels valid? We live in an era of constant exposure. People want to be seen, recognized, and validated by the world at every step they take. But here's the problem. Many care more about looking productive than actually being productive. Seeking approval has become an addiction. We post our routines, showcase our efforts, and wait for likes and comments to feel like we're on the right path. But at the end of the day, none of that truly matters. Real success doesn't come from momentary recognition. It's born from continuous effort, from the silent repetition of small actions that no one sees. Elite athletes train without cameras. Great entrepreneurs build in silence. Visionary leaders work behind the scenes long before revealing anything to the world. They understand that what is truly solid doesn't need external validation. What you build in the dark will have an impact when it truly matters. If no one is watching, will you still keep going? Because real progress doesn't need an audience. The only approval that matters is your own. Motivation is weak. It comes and goes. If you rely on it, you will never be consistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is what separates those who talk from those who take action. It makes you move forward when you don't feel like it. It keeps you on track when the excitement fades. The difference between failure and success lies in the silent repetition of small daily actions. It's not about big bursts of effort, but absolute consistency. Successful people don't wait for inspiration. They follow strict routines, regardless of feeling tired, unmotivated, or drained, because they know that what they do every single day is what builds their future. Michael Jordan took thousands of shots alone, with no audience. Kobe Bryant trained before the sun rose. The greatest entrepreneurs and artists followed repetitive habits for years before receiving any recognition. What you do when no one is watching determines where you will be when everyone is looking. Hard, silent work is the foundation of any great achievement. Do you want to be disciplined or just motivated? Because motivation fades in minutes, but discipline will take you where no one else can go. The most important part of progress happens when no one is watching. The training before the competition, the hours of study before the exam, the work before the recognition. The mistake that destroys many is giving up because they don't see immediate results. But real growth isn't visible at the start. It happens in the invisible layers of daily routine. An athlete doesn't become a champion on the day of victory, but in every relentless repetition before it. An entrepreneur doesn't build an empire overnight, but in every silent decision made over the years. Failure happens because people want to see results before committing to the process. But the truth is, hard work comes first. Recognition comes later. The world's best athletes train away from the cameras. Successful writers spend years mastering their craft before anyone knows their name. Visionaries build their ideas in silence before the world has time to notice. So, look at your journey. Are you building something solid, or are you just waiting for quick recognition? Because what you do now, when no one is watching, determines how the world will remember you. If there are no applause today, will you still keep going? Because real progress happens in silence. Talk less, do more. The mistake many make is announcing their plans before executing them. They create expectations, generate unnecessary pressure, and get distracted by external opinions. But those who truly win work in silence, not because they're afraid to share their ideas, but because they know words mean nothing without results. Great visionaries keep their plans private until they're ready for the world. Companies that revolutionized industries started in obscurity. The most disciplined athletes train without an audience, without broadcasting every step of the process. Why? Because when you work in silence, no one can distract you from your focus. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Success is the only answer that matters. Talking about what you're going to do gives you a false sense of progress, but only real work turns plans into reality. So, ask yourself, are you spending more time talking than building? Work in silence. Execute without distraction. And when the right time comes, let your results speak for themselves. Because in the end, no one respects words, but everyone respects achievement. The biggest threat to your progress isn't external challenges. It's the distractions you allow. We live in the age of information, where every notification steals your attention. Every social media platform demands a minute of your time, and endless scrolling destroys your ability to focus. Every minute spent seeking approval, mindlessly scrolling, or comparing yourself to others is a minute stolen from your growth. The brightest minds in the world understood this early. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Kobe Bryant, they all eliminated distractions to maintain absolute focus on what truly matters. It's not about avoiding technology, it's about using technology to your advantage. You need strategies to protect your time. Set periods free from notifications. Control your social media consumption. Prioritize silent work over unnecessary exposure. The world is full of distractions. Those who learn to ignore them win. Ask yourself now, if you cut your daily distractions in half, where could you be a year from now? Your focus is worth gold, but if you don't protect it, the world will waste it for you. It's time to choose. Will you master your attention or be controlled by the external noise? The secret to any great achievement doesn't lie in momentary intensity. It lies in daily repetition. Many people believe success comes from bursts of effort, from extreme moments of motivation, but that doesn't last. What truly makes a difference are the small, consistent steps taken every single day, without exception. Think of the greatest achievers in history. None of them reached the top by luck or through one big effort. They simply never stopped. Every workout matters. Every hour of study accumulates knowledge. Every day of silent work brings you closer to what you're trying to build. The difference between those who fail and those who win is the patience to keep going, even without immediate results. Consistency beats talent. It beats luck. It beats everything. So, look at your routine. Are your daily actions bringing you closer to your goals or pushing you further away? Because in the end, it's not the big moments that define your future. It's the small habits, the ones that seem insignificant, but over time, create massive change. The question is simple. Can you commit to small improvements every single day? If so, success is inevitable. The world only sees the final result, but real progress happens long before that. It happens in silence, when no one is watching, in the hours of training, in the solitary study sessions, in the days when nothing seems to be working. That's why patience and consistency are your greatest weapons. If you keep going, success will come. Recognition may take time, but every day of effort builds something that no one can take away from you. The final question is, can you believe before you see the results? The world will doubt, it will question, it will ignore, but that doesn't matter, because true winners don't need approval. They only need their own commitment. Work in silence. Trust the process. Let your results speak for themselves. Now, look at your life. What can you do today to make your future stronger? True success doesn't need to be announced. It reveals itself.